Abraham believed God and was strong in faith, in spite of the fact that both he and Sarah were reproductively dead. Remember that Abraham now did not have a Bible. He couldn't search the scriptures and read about the faith of the three Hebrew boys or about the faith of Daniel. Abraham couldn't go to Hebrews chapter 11 where he's listed in the hall of faith and read about the faith of Isaac, Jacob, Joseph, Rahab, Samuel, and Gideon. Abraham didn't have a testimony service where he listened to the saints talk about the miracle working power of God. And here we are in 2013. We have printed Bibles and we have the Bible on our iPads and on our iPhones. We have the Bible on the internet and we still don't have faith strong enough to believe our way out of the wet paper bag. But Abraham said, I'm going to believe God and I'm going to hold on to his word. I'm going to be strong in my faith and believe in spite of what my situation is. Believe in spite of what my circumstance is. Look at somebody and tell them, that's why I'm giving God the glory. Because he made me a promise. And I know from his history that his promise is still good. Abraham had never heard anybody say that it is no secret what God can do. What he's done for others, he will do for you. Look at your neighbor and tell him, don't give up now. You're too close to manifestation for you to give up on God. Just keep on giving him the glory. God. Here we are now. Here we are, here we are, here we are. We have people who've allowed their faith to weaken. But the Bible says that Abraham was strong in his faith. There are people who want to get what God has for them, but they don't want to do what's necessary in order to get it. I'm going to park here for a minute, but I promise to keep this vehicle in motion. But listen, in order to get the promise that God has made you, sometimes you got to go through a process. And the process is not